How's it, football family and soccer brothers and sisters? Welcome to Week 5, Episode 3 of Panenka Pundit. We have Louis on the line again. Louis, how's everything looking on your side and on the Man United front after a dodgy midweek game in the Champions League?
Yeah, it's going well because United didn't play yesterday, so it's going well now. Let's see how it's going after this afternoon. So excited for the game against West Ham, but I think midweek kind of showed a lot of gaps that we might still have. Lindelof coming in the second half, and we thought playing with a bigger backline would have helped us. And it still didn't. I just think we went into that one thinking it will be an easy game. Young Boys is supposed to be probably the easiest game of our group. And we lost. The red card cost us. And I think that was a big game changer. But still, you don't fall that far against a team like Young Boys. So all credit to them. But let's see what happens this afternoon.
Yeah, I hear you. So I actually read something ridiculous. I think the salary of Jadon Sancho and Cristiano Ronaldo is, I think it's triple or something. Something ridiculous, triple or something than the whole team of the Young Boys. Something ridiculous like that. So I know it was a red card, and it wasn't. I don't think it was a tactical error that led to your downfall. Anything like that. It was a red card. One bad pass from Lingard. That was it. Some people were saying Ollie out. Too soon to make a harsh call like that.
No, there are already rumors that the Glazers are lining up replacements. Conte's name is everywhere now. When somebody loses a manager, Conte's name is coming in. So I don't think it will be soon. Not after one loss in the Champions League. Barcelona also lost, and they'll probably still reach the playoffs. So yes, we still have a bunch of games. There's still 5 games left in the group stages. I think we'll be fine. I'm going to disagree with you. I think it is tactical. I think Ollie made some tactical errors in the sense that we played 2 centre halves and 2 wing backs. And in the second half, he tried playing 3 centre backs. So now already you're stronger at the back. But that changes your formation. All right. So he basically went and did a Mourinho. He basically went and parked the bus. Which is not our style of playing. So tactically, error number 1. Error number 2, you're taking off Bruno and Ronaldo, your 2 major playmakers. You're taking them off, and I understand that there's a bunch of games still coming up. But Ronaldo is the type of guy that has played over 100 Champions League games. He's the all-time top scorer in Champions League. He knows the game. He knows what's needed when you get into that final 20 minutes to change the game. Yes, he was taken off. He needs to rest. But he was more on the sideline. In any case, coaching the team from the side. He could have just stayed on the field and played. He's fit. He's 36 years old and he can still keep up with the game. So, yeah, I think a few tactical errors. But let's hope they can fix it. The problem I have had with United in the past is we're not a consistent team. And you're seeing that from a Chelsea at this stage. You're seeing that from a Liverpool at this stage. They kind of have a consistency coming in, and United doesn't have that. We thought we were going to have it now. It is early stages in the campaign, but we're not consistent. You can't win one game 4-5-0 and lose the other one against Young Boys. It's unacceptable.
Yeah, I hear you. So on that topic, actually, now that we talk about the inconsistency and there's so much array of talent now and so much new people coming in, lifts the mood of the club. There was a few occasions where I heard pundits and people on other stations say that this Man United squad is a better squad than the treble winner squad of Man United. I think it was a 99. It was a 99, correct?
Yep.
It's a better squad. Would you like to elaborate on that?
I don't know if I can agree with that. Listen, they were awesome, and if you look back at some of the names, yes, there were some fantastic players in that. Maybe I can agree in some sense, but United had some campaigns where they had stars in the team, but it wasn't the squad of 25 of superstars. So maybe that's what people are saying. You know what? This is a star-studded team that we're having now, a squad, where in 99 you had star players. But we've seen teams win Champions Leagues, league campaigns without 10 stars in their team. Tottenham Hotspur played the Champions League final 3 years ago
against Liverpool. Yeah.
If you look at that same squad today, you can't really see them close to playing in a Champions League final soon. So there's a bunch of dynamics that need to fall in place for a team to actually achieve something as a treble. I think we've got the depth. I think we've got the manager. I think we've got the star players. Are they going to be 25 guys that work together to achieve that? We don't know that yet. I think we can get to that now, but I think Wednesday night is going to be a massive, massive game in the future of this campaign for us. If you drop out of a League Cup as early as the third or fourth round, yeah, then you're in trouble, you know. And that's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to say is that when all those dynamics fall in place, you climb through the group stages, you get to a quarterfinal, maybe a semi-final of a Champions League, then you start to believe. And that's what happened to Chelsea. They were written off halfway through the season last year, and they won a Champions League. So they weren't a star-studded squad, but the dynamics fell into place, and it clicked, and it worked, and they became champions of Europe. So, yeah, I don't know. To answer your question, simply, star-studded squad, yes. Better than 99? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know yet. Let's see what the campaign holds for us.
So the first thing when I read that was, if this is a better squad than the treble winners, then they have to be treble winners. But then you have to think also, the competition now, due to big money coming into the game, is much tougher than it was in 99. No matter how good Fergie and how good the treble winners were, the competition now is a lot tougher. And also, I think those days you had a more well-rounded team. It was a better rounded team. You didn't have that issue of, we still need a defensive midfielder. That wasn't the case those days. So I still think, but I thought when you hear it, you think it's impossible. You can't compare it to that team. Then you start looking at Fernandes, you start talking about Jadon Sancho and like Rashford's there, and you're like, wow, this really is a good squad.
I think when Rashi comes back in Cavani as well, then things might change. I think Sancho, for what he did for Dortmund and not doing for us at this stage, I think that's maybe a possible headache for Ollie at this stage. And the same happened with Van de Beek, coming from Ajax, being a star player, not really performing yet. But look at Sancho's age. He's 21 years old. I think the plan with him is a 10, 12-year plan. And I think Ollie said it yesterday as well. We don't need him to be a star now. We need him to be a squad player to learn from the best and become a Rashford, Ronaldo, Fernandes. So let's give him time. It's just a sad story for me because if you look at Dan James that just left us, he was a youngster coming in, didn't really perform and left. Sancho is a youngster, but he's an experienced player in Dortmund with the type of goals he scored, his assists. So you kind of expect a bit more from him, but let's give it time. Maybe you're right. Maybe we'll be a better team than 99, but then we have to win the treble. I agree. Let's talk about this again in May next year.
Yeah. So no, it's just interesting when I heard it. I thought, no, I'll have to ask you guys this question. Ask, do you agree with that statement? Because that's a big statement to say. But anyway, you guys faced West Ham this afternoon. You are facing a weaker West Ham because I don't know if you know this, but Mikel Antonio got a red card in the previous game, which means he won't be facing you. That does count. Well, I'm not saying the odds are now completely against West Ham. I just mean he's pretty much the only scorer that they have in that squad now. I think they have the best team when you consider a defensive midfield. I think Thomas Suchek and Declan Rice is absolutely amazing. But without goals, I don't think they're going to give you guys any problems. Then you face them again Wednesday night for League Cup. So two for you, and then I think we face Aston Villa after we faced them last week also. So I checked. Liverpool is facing Norwich City. Man City, I think, is facing. How do you pronounce the name? Morecambe. I'm not very.
Morecambe, yeah.
Morecambe. There we go. Thank you, Louis. Where is it here? So I'm not very savvy with that name right there. But yeah, they're facing them. So I think we're getting the tough one for the League Cup start. Tottenham is facing Wolves. Going to be very interesting again. But on to this afternoon's game. Do you have any fears or thoughts for your game against West Ham?
It needs to be a bounce back very quickly. I think we'll go all out tonight with the squad. And I think, or this afternoon, and I think the League Cup game will be a bit of a lesser strength squad. I think Premier League is a priority always. So I think today will be strong. And I think Tuesday or Wednesday actually will give a bunch of youngsters a chance as well, with the stars on the bench. But let's just bounce back. You know, Liverpool leading the race at this stage. You can't lose track now. We're 3 points behind them, so it's a must win this afternoon, and then we'll be on par again. And at some stage, you'll just have to start take the lead in the league. You know, you want that gap of 8, 9, 10, 11 points. So let's get there. Let's not let Liverpool run away with it. One of the two teams that I can't stand to ever win a Premier League again, and that's Liverpool and City. Chelsea, I'll give it. I don't like them, but I'll give it to them. But yeah, let's just keep on catching up with them and keep on staying in the league as long as we can.
Yeah. So I watched the part of the Liverpool game, and they actually, Patrick Vieira's men actually did a good job against Liverpool until Liverpool scored their first goal, which I think was like in the 40-odd minute or something, and then after that. So congratulations on Mane getting 100 goals for Liverpool, which is fantastic. Then Mohamed Salah scoring, and then Naby Keita with taking off the nets. That was a ripper. But I remember that's the reason they signed him. They said they wanted a midfielder who scorches like that. So a good result for them. Then we go to Arsenal 1-0. I don't know. It wasn't convincing.
Listen, you win the league with 1-0. Eh? That's what Fergie said. His whole life, he said 1-0 is fine. A win is a win. So
yeah,
they're starting to win. Let's hope for them they can keep on winning. I think what we've said 4 weeks ago when we started the show. I don't think we've changed our minds about Arsenal yet. Let's see when they start facing all the big boys and what the scores then will be.
Yeah, the morale is creeping up a little bit on that side for the Arsenal, even though it was a free kick. Good on Odegaard. That was a great free kick, by the way.
Yeah.
That was good for Arsenal. Then Man City 0-0 against Southampton. I completely misread that one and mispredicted that one by a mile. I think I said it was going to be 3 or 4-0 for Man City, just because Southampton has this way of losing 9-0, you know? I'm sure you are familiar with that.
On that note, I just want to read you something here quickly. Let me just open it the back end here. So, forget about the scoreline. That's it. That's exactly
it. Yeah.
One.
Okay, go. But you can read it.
One shot on target.
90th minute.
Probably one of the best squads and teams in the world. Listen, everyone's got their off days. Chelsea will have their off days. Liverpool will have their off days. United will have their off days. But this was a shocker. Southampton is a team that can always rock up on the day, but not for one shot on target. Not with the squad that they have. No way. So yeah, maybe it was because the fans were ticked off after what Guardiola said in midweek. He said, "Please let just everyone come and watch the game." And so maybe there's a bit of morale boost needed in City. You know, if you start complaining about your fan base, if you have one shot on target, then maybe there are some cracks that we're not seeing yet in that squad. I'm not saying that is the case, but we've read a lot about Man City in the media in the last week, so maybe something is creeping through. Let's hope not for them. For my sake, for United's sake, yes, let's hope they have troubles, but maybe that's not the case. Yet. But yeah, it seems that there are some problems.
We have to remember, dude, I think City took 12 points off their first 8 games last season, and they ended up winning the league quite comfortably. It's not the same season, obviously. Things are different. Teams are stronger, fans are back in the crowd, etc. But it always feels like Man City just have this very weird, odd game in them like this. Where they can score 6 goals 5 days ago and then just come and have, I think it was one shot, and that was in the 90th minute or something like that. and then do that. So that's quite ridiculous. So Man City is odd.
Remember, United was top of the league by Christmas, New Year last season. And after January, City just ran away with it. So give the squad time. They only have the really one addition to their squad. So maybe it's going to take a bit of time. But yeah, let's see what they can still do until the end of the season. I just think this was a shocker for them, especially for Guardiola. That's not his style.
Definitely. And then Chelsea and Tottenham ending up the day. London Derby, I'm very excited. We have a very good record against Tottenham. A very, very good one. So I'm not too panicked, but maybe something happens if they can just pitch up any day. It is a derby. We know how it works, but I'm hoping for a routine 3-0. I'm not worried about our defense. Harry Kane's not looking too good. Son is out with injury. They've got a few injuries at the moment. So I think it's going to be 3-0 for us. Tottenham for me is the most confusing club in Europe. Do I sound like a salty London supporter, or what do you think?
I 100% agree. I think I think Chelsea's going to win it easily. I think I badmouthed Lukaku 2 weeks ago and saying that I don't think he's going to be a consistent striker, and I think he's proven me wrong in the last couple of weeks. At this stage, he might be one of your only hopes as a top goal-scoring player continuously. But yeah, I don't know. Tottenham were top of the league after 3 games, but they're not the type of squad that you write home about and you get excited about. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this on air, and please forgive me, everyone. You asked the question on your personal Facebook page for Tottenham supporters to please contact you, and nobody contacted you. So maybe that answers your question for you.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't think it's a team that us as South Africans are just kind of rallying behind. You know, there's no history. They've got history, but it's not something
they've got an okay history.
Relate to. Yes.
Yeah,
but
I just don't think I just don't think they're. I don't know how to put this. It always feels like business-wise they want to be so serious, and they got Daniel Levy is one of the most stricted. No one messes with this guy. He's a business person, but it doesn't feel like it's worked for them. Somewhere you have to go. Well, listen here. There's good players here. We're getting coaches in. But what's going wrong? Should have we skipped the stadium and sold Harry Kane or whatever? I think the best way to sum up Tottenham is it's the most confusing club in Europe. They're big, but they're not big. They're good, but they're not good. You're scared of them, but actually you're not scared of them. So they are super, super confusing club. So that's my.
And on the day they can beat Chelsea. Let's see what happens. My prediction is the same as yours. I think easy win for Chelsea, but on the day it's anyone's game. Tough
few weeks ahead for all of our clubs. But let's take it day for day. So we'll talk to you guys back again after the first League Cup round. In the meanwhile, thank you for tuning in. And Tottenham fans, if there is any Tottenham fans watching this, you can comment on whatever platform you're watching this. Comment, send us a message, whatever. We would love to get an opinion of some Tottenham fans here. I think by the end of the day, we're going to say London is blue and not white. Please don't cancel us for saying that. Cancel culture. It's just a football team color. So until then, guys, thank you for tuning in, and always remember to chip the keeper.